I am here with Nick Stamoulis. He is president and founder of Brick Marketing. Thanks for sitting down with us, Nick.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
There's been some significant changes in SEO recently and over the past year. If you want to kind of get a little bit into that and then some of the ramifications of that.
Sure. One thing that I see specifically for on the SEO side is really how link building has evolved over the last, say, 10 years. 10 years ago it was all about getting the link, quantity of links. Then it obviously evolved to being more quality, relevancy. I think those key white hat type principles have remained in place, but over time it's evolved. Now it really is about marketing, and a solid link building program should be integrated into every part of an organization's marketing, whether it be offline marketing, online marketing. And as we were talking about beforehand, at larger organizations it can be challenging, just because you might have a content team that kind of does their thing, and you have a marketing folks that kind of do their thing, and webmaster folks that might do other thing, or search people that do their thing. But ultimately, they all really do need to be integrated in everything that you do. For smaller and mid-sized organizations, there's no excuse. I mean, it's those layers tend to not be there that they would at maybe a larger company. So things like repurposing your content, and that's actually what I'm going to be discussing today. But ultimately, for instance, if you're doing offline marketing or attending an event, talk about the event, create actionable things that will drive links back, and promote it through all your social outlets, and everything that you do should think about link building.
Okay, so if we can take a step backwards, sure. You say that it's quite important to bring all the departments together so that it's seamless. What sort of checks and balances need to be put in place so that a company is effective at actually doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. So whether the SEO of an organization is handled by an in-house person or a firm, someone in the organization, if it's an SEO in-house person, then obviously it's their responsibility. If it's outsourced, then it's your VP of marketing, director of marketing, who works with a search firm. They need to say, well, hey, let's integrate this in. Let's start and say, okay, what's our strategy, for instance, for the year, and how do we let's look at every single marketing activity. If it's a B2B company, are you doing a white paper campaign? Are you doing webinars or seminars? Are you attending trade shows? Do you have offline PR, right? You're getting press, great, but get that link in there. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen really good PR, top tier. I have clients that, I see that and I say, well, there's no link. I mean, why wouldn't you get a link from that? Obviously there are factors sometimes in PR, but the point is that strategy needs to be created and then really engage at every part of a marketing organization, meaning, that whole channel of a company. And then of course it's there kind of needs to be, I always call it an internal cheerleader, where they have to kind of promote it. You have monthly, weekly meetings and say, hey, okay, great, we have these, we acquired these new customers, or we hit these sales goals, great. How do we leverage that for our link building? How do we leverage that for, to build our brand, to build our trust, but ultimately get the relevant link back?
Well, we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely, and great to meet you finally.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.